Exactly 5 years ago to this day, that's how my first video on this channel began. It was indeed a new game for me, something I had never done before, and I just have to thank you all for being with me on this incredible journey of completely leak-free Pokemon content, because you know how it is, leaks have taken away the fun of Pokemon content. Whether you've been here for a long time or you just got here right now, thank you so much. And of course, a special thanks to every single member, every single Twitch subscriber, and starting now, every patron as well. Yes, I've launched a Patreon, all the links are in the description. And so that video I posted 5 years ago were my predictions for the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. And now history repeats itself with my predictions for the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. So hey, I'm not so a strainer, and what are we gonna see? Let's get into it. The Presents will 100% happen on Friday, February 27th, which is Pokemon Day. No need to alter the date, as Friday is just perfect for all of that, and it will begin with a beautiful montage celebrating the 30 years of Pokemon. The 25th anniversary one was super awesome and it made many people emotional, and I think this one will do exactly the same thing. I mean, 30 years is a long time. To many of you it is more than your whole lives, and to me it's basically everything since I can remember. Next, let's get the most obvious stuff out of the way, especially because I am a bit out of the loop on those. Mobile apps. We're certainly going to have most of them, if not all, represented in the Pokemon Presents, with Pokemon Masters, Pokemon Sleep, TCG Pocket, and Pokemon Go taking the spotlight. I mean, they could release a new one, but with that puzzle one they did last Pokemon Day, Pokemon Friends, I think we already have a fair number of those and there's really no need for more. Oh, and Pokemon Cafe Remix, that one is still a thing as well. Pokemon Unite will certainly also get something, but I've been out of that game for a long time. MOBAs are just terrifying, man. I was very addicted to League of Legends and I'm not going back to that life. With that out of the way, let's move on to actual interesting stuff. So I think we're having a cool TCG trailer, the IRL TCG, that is going to reveal the new set after Perfect Order, which releases at the end of March, I believe. It will probably be a trailer focusing on the Kalos Mega Starters, as they have already covered quite a lot of the new ZA Mega Evolutions and those are still missing. I think there's a big chance that the fabled Pokemon live-action TV series is also going to be announced, because if it does exist, what better time to do it than the 30th anniversary of the franchise? Then I think and hope that we get something anime related. I mean, I haven't watched the last 3 episodes, but with how the story is written, I find it very hard to believe that all the characters make it to the next chapter. The Paldean starters are just too intertwined with the story, and having them disappear once this goes Gen 10 feels like a bad thing. So I think only Freed might move on and join whoever comes next, and the announcement of a Pokemon movie could tie everything together by the end. And now onto the Switch. Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness are probably finally either getting released or getting an actual date, and that makes a lot of Pokemon games coming to the Switch, which makes me not very hopeful about the classic games being released in any way, shape or form. I'm telling you, I'm really not that hopeful. Next, Pokopia is very likely getting a very big trailer, as the game comes out on March 5th. I think it's likely that they'll reveal a bit more about the world where it takes place, and that seems like it might have been an alternate version of Kanto. I'm also excited to see if they connect it to Pokemon Home somehow, though I do doubt it. Then we're likely having something ZA related. It's probably when we'll see the release of the last remaining new Mega Evolution, which has been data mined, but in case someone hasn't been spoiled yet, I will keep the name out of this video. I think it will be something you can get from online play, like the Mega Starters or Mega Baxcalibur. That is very likely going to be the end for the latest Legends game, which is fine by me. Oh, and we're finally getting that home connection for this game, possibly with the announcement of a new shiny mythical Pokemon we can get by completing the home decks for Legends ZA. I bet it's going to be Hoopa, as it even has a connection to the DLC. Speaking of Pokemon Home, I wouldn't be surprised if there are more distributions announced, since they usually celebrate these big dates with like lots of legendary Pokemon and lots of mythical Pokemon. And speaking of that, I believe Scarlet and Violet might end up being the stage for some of them in the form of shiny Terra raids, which would make a lot of people happy. We have a lot of Gen 9 legendary Pokemon and even its mythical Pokemon that are shiny locked. This would be a great way to just finish up Gen 9 with a lot of these shiny locked Pokemon out of the way, and people would certainly praise Game Freak for that. I don't think they'll do it, but I'm hoping they will, so I'm throwing it out there as a prediction, manifesting it. Then Pokémon Champions will be another one with a pretty significant trailer, as it likely gets its release date announced since at this point we only know it comes out during 2026. This will very likely be a trailer where they focus on mechanics related to the games but not really the battles, as the game certainly has move tutors and hyper training features. They'll likely also talk about the connection between this game and Pokémon Home, and also what will be the premium and the free features it has. And finally, of course, the Pokémon Presents will end with the announcement of Gen 10. I think we all agree that this is perfect for the 30th anniversary and they will not miss this opportunity. I don't think much will be revealed, which is perfect because then we can make theories and speculate. I expect just the starters, no other new Pokémon, and then a montage of some locations with nothing added but a bit of beautiful music. We get the names at the end and that is it. Kinda like the first Scarlet and Violet trailer, which was pretty cool. And there you go, those are my predictions for the 30th anniversary of Pokémon. What do you think of them and what are your own? Let me know down below. Once again, thank you so much for 5 years of awesomeness. And well, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all on the next one. But before I go, I want to thank my YouTube members Dash Plays, Good Old Deo and Shun Speak, and my Twitch subscribers Zanes222, Anubis Here, the Dr. Joe and Lazarix for going the extra mile. Thank you so much for all of your support.